Hitler cries, "My life's fight has not been in vain."
Indem ich euch ihre Blicke weise ich, mein Lebenskampf ist nicht umsonst gekämpft.
Know that you have never been loved so much as I love you right now. They were my family when my family wasn't my family. And they're all just really wonderful, good people.
Jim Jones didn't want word to get out to the outside world what was going on inside his community.
I am not allowed to say what's going to happen today because everyone's just going to have to watch for themselves. But it's going to happen.
Because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength and you have to be strong.
Authority has always shaped how we think, act, and behave. But today, authority doesn't just come from leaders or institutions, it comes from our technology.
So girls like on TikTok doing a certain prompt, you describe some things in your life and then you ask it to describe a day in your dream life. And it kind of has this effect of visualization where it's like a very emotional, these are all your dreams.
AI feels different from traditional authority because it doesn't look like authority. There's no face, no emotion. This makes us feel comfortable in a way. It presents itself as neutral, objective, data-driven, and efficient. And that's why we trust it. But that trust has already started to go further than information. People are now turning to AI for advice on their health, their finances, and even their most personal life decisions. It's available 24/7. It responds instantly and it sounds confident. So instead of questioning it, people begin to rely on it.
For me, a lot of that is also mindset management. I'm having an endo flare-up today. What are some simple things I can do to help me feel better?
I felt like if I understood, I would be more of an active participant in my treatment.
Appointment. And in some cases, that reliance has had real consequences. There have been lawsuits involving people who form deep emotional dependence on AI chatbots, treating them like therapists, partners, or trusted guides. In one case, a 14-year-old boy developed an intense relationship with an AI chatbot and shared his suicidal thoughts with it before taking his own life. In another case, a family alleged that an AI chatbot encouraged a man to see death as something peaceful before he died by suicide. And researchers are now finding that some AI systems can reinforce harmful beliefs or emotional distress instead of interrupting them. When people are vulnerable, they don't just use AI, they trust it. And when that trust goes unchecked, AI doesn't just provide answers, it begins to shape our decisions. Over time, this creates something deeper than convenience. It creates dependence. We stop questioning the AI, we stop verifying, and we stop thinking critically. Because if something sounds informed enough, we assume that it is. And that's where authority and an unwavering faith begins to develop in this innovation.
What we see on our feeds isn't random. It's selected, repeated, and reinforced by algorithms designed to keep our attention. The more we engage with something, the more we see it. And the more we see it, the more familiar it becomes. Over time, that familiarity starts to feel like the truth. We begin to trust what we're shown, not because it's verified, but because it's constant. When the same ideas, opinions, and trends appear again and again, they stop feeling like suggestions and start feeling like reality. This is how social media builds authority, not through expertise, but through repetition.
On social media, authority doesn't come from expertise, it comes from visibility. The more views something has, the more credible it seems.
Looksmaxing TikTok is now talking about bone smashing, which is literally where you take a hammer and you hit yourself in the face in an effort to get your bones to grow heavier, to get that anvil jaw or those chiseled cheekbones.
This is how trends like looksmaxing gain power. Looksmaxing is an online, male-dominated subculture focused on maximizing physical attractiveness through methods ranging from intensive grooming, softmaxing, to extreme, sometimes dangerous cosmetic procedures, hardmaxing. It seeks to attain an idealized facial structure and body shape driven by social media pressure. What starts as self-improvement quickly becomes something else, a system of rules, expectations, and extreme behaviors. People are told how to reshape their faces, their bodies, their identities, based not on science or safety, but on what performs well online. And because these ideas are repeated again and again, they start to feel normal. When thousands of people agree in the comments, it creates the illusion of truth. And when something looks popular enough, it becomes something people follow without question. This is how influence turns into authority.
What's happening here isn't new. The systems may look different, governments, religions, social movements, now technology, but the pattern stays the same. Authority has never just been about power, it's been about belief. In moments of uncertainty, people don't just look for information, they look for something to trust. Something that feels certain, something that feels guiding, something that feels right. And that's where faith begins. We've seen this before. In organized religion, where belief can bring meaning and community, but also, in some cases, unquestioned obedience. In cults, where trust becomes so absolute that people stop relying on their own judgment entirely. In political systems, where repeated messages, strong leaders, and shared identity can turn belief into loyalty, and this loyalty can turn into action. Not because people are irrational, but because they are human.
That we're very careful what we believe, who we listen to. Theology has consequences. And if you have wrong theology, it can have devastating consequences.
We are wired to follow what feels consistent, familiar, and widely accepted. And that's exactly what we're seeing now. Not with leaders, but with these systems. Social media doesn't demand belief, it builds it slowly through repetition. AI doesn't ask for trust, it earns it through confidence and convenience. But both rely on the same thing that every powerful system has always relied on: our willingness to accept something as true without fully questioning it. And when that happens, authority doesn't need to force control, we give it willingly.
We don't just use these systems, we believe in them. So the question isn't whether AI and social media have authority, it's whether we're choosing to give it to them. Because the moment we stop questioning is the moment belief takes over. So ask yourself, do you have faith?